you should have told me what you want me to say. You said you just ran me out. See, now I ain't able. Oh, okay. I want to thank all you wonderful people out there that's stupid enough to listen to my grandson's next album, Mikey Allen. Yay, yay, yay.
When I hold you to my heart like the nearest of kin, like you was my favorite cousin since I was like 10. Yeah, and I'm on a creep, and I think I found the one for me, and I'm on a creep. And I don't think it's just a sneaky link, but I could be wrong, so I need to learn some more about you. Don't care if your head's strong, just don't have no hoe about you. I'm not a social media stalker or pillar talker, but if we locked in, I'm all about you like Miss Nikki Parker. Yeah, and you Professor Ogilvy. All I'm saying is I do a whole lot for you to notice me, and every day I wonder where you out like you some clothes to me. High fashion, delicate where you supposed to be. Yeah, such an exquisite taste. It's caviar in the jar over Crystal Lake. Say, you be killing them. Your whole style is water. Our chromosomes ain't met yet, but I can see you and I know not the difference. Big dog Mike Larry, bad boy with a sweet tooth for candy. And I just wanna taste you a little. Let me see how many licks it's gonna take to get to the midterm and shit. And I got all night. I come with options. You want this soft tongue or hard pipe? Yeah. I said I got all night. I come with options. You want this soft tongue or hard pipe? What?
Welcome back, JCTV for the culture. And as you can see, I got right here today with me. I'm not by myself today. I don't have anybody like plugging in, calling in, via video stream today. I have Miss Linda's grandson here, as you heard on the intro. What's up, Mike Allen?
Yeah. What's happening, Unky? Yeah, man. So we here, man. Ain't no via Zoom, none of that, man. We here live and in the flesh, man. 914 V3 Trail Road, baby.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Man, so I was trying to go through a bunch of your, because I've been there since basically the beginning. Yeah. So I want to talk to the people like I don't know, because I know. But I know there's a lot of people that do know you, that you do have a dedicated long-time fan base.
Yeah.
I want to help you touch the people that don't know Mike Allen yet. So that's my very first question for you. Who is Mike Allen?
No games, no gimmicks, man. Country from the country, man. Like I said, 914 V3 Trail Road, man. I am who I am, basically. If you know me, I'm funny, I'm chill, I'm a people person, man. But I just like to try to paint pictures with words, basically, man. And I feel like I got something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what type of music you into or whatever, man. It's all about honesty, man, emotions and feelings, man. And I just try to be me, man, and paint me in my light. Like no matter I don't want to say paint me in the best light, because I'm a human.
True light.
Yeah. Paint me in my true light, man. So what you see is what you get, man. That's pretty much it.
Well, because a lot of people that's watching this to know this, just the Allen family it's a big family.
Yeah,
for one.
Huge, man.
But it's a very talented and diverse, and I mean talented in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Even the extended family, just the Allen name, period. But everybody in that circumference, just very talented family. Where did you, when we're talking about painting your pictures, your life, how did you get into hip hop? What made you want to rap?
Poetry. I always liked writing poetry as a kid, man. Whether it was a regular poem, a haiku, anything, man. I just liked the way it was able to help me express myself.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm mad, I can write a poem about being mad, and it's not something that I would get in trouble for. You know what I'm saying? So I could take it to my mom and let her read it, and then from there, it's like the compliments I was getting from the poetry, in turn, and then you see people, Lil Bow Wow, Lil Romeo.
Yeah.
I can do that. And then from there, like I said, y'all know Monroe E.
Yes.
Monroe E, man, he used to come down and do the little Big Daddy Kane rap, and damn, I used to lose my mind. Monroe E in the place to be. but I used to love it. Let me have a T-shirt. And like I said, man, from there, man, it's just my love for music, man. And once I figured out that I did have the talent, it was just up from there, man. Like I said, it's one of those things that I didn't have to work it, you know.
I'm gonna tell you, it's interesting because that you say poetry, because we come from the same place. Now, everybody I don't want to hear everybody talking about Gavin, how small it is. We still got city and country in Gavin.
Yeah.
So even though everybody that's from there, we know there's a difference between where we're from. But no matter what part that you come from, and you being an athlete too, you play sports, and just being a young black man in that exterior, people don't always take well to us writing poetry.
Yeah.
And like the fact that you did it and you had Miss Keitha be that kind of support to promote you doing that and be that support, because again, a lot of times when we do that, we don't have that outlet to express ourselves and still be considered just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So the fact that you had that and the fact that you tapped into that is big.
And I still think it's that same way now, man, just because, you know, Gavin is mostly a sports town. So even like just having an open mic poetry night, you know, because a lot of people might be afraid to do music just because they don't know their tone. Yeah. You know, and I know it's scary just because, like anything, even doing a podcast, you know, you don't know how it's going to be taken. You don't know how people are going to receive it. So it can be scary, man. But like I said, it's just one of those things that you have to be confident in yourself. And even when I'm making music with people who are not familiar with it, that's one of the first things I tell them. Like, if you don't believe yourself, you know, nobody else is going to believe you. Yeah. So, you know, feel it with emotion, man, as opposed to some people try to write. Hurry up, and you know you read, and I tell them you can tell the difference when you
know it. When somebody have a BlackBerry, I'm like
you can. I was gonna say you can hear it. You can hear it. Like, hey man, it sounds like you kind of sound like you read. You gotta learn it and feel it. Yeah.
And you said two things: being true and what you just said. Me and you talked earlier off mic about even just doing this pod. And like I told you, there's certain things that I could do. Certain shows, stuff that I know, stuff that I could say, antics that I could take. I know I've learned the algorithm and what does stuff, but being true to me, I would rather go slow and build up an organic crowd, being myself, because I don't have to worry about ever being anything else but me. Yeah. I don't have to keep on a facade. I don't have to put on a character. I don't have to change when I come in here. I'm just being me. And I love what you said about that, about being true to yourself.
And that's what I think goes on with the music too. Yeah. You know, like people aren't, I'm not gonna say all people. Some people are doing what they're making music about. But a lot of them aren't, but they see what they see, you know. So I see this person is saying this and he's doing this, and that's helping him, it looks like. So I'm gonna do the same thing. And you know, people end up in bad situations like that, you know, because like I said, it's the energy. You know, like if I was going to, of course anything can happen anywhere. But if I was going to a Boosie concert, I'd feel a little more, you know what I'm saying, head on the swivel, as opposed to if I was going to a J. Cole concert.
You go to a YoungBoy concert, you don't get up out your seat.
Man, you gotta use the bathroom and everything before you get in here.
Your seat gone.
Your seat gone, what you gonna do about it? It's 50 of them right here waiting on you. Yeah, man. Hey. So yeah, like I said, the type of energy, you know, that you put out, man, is, you know what I'm saying, the type of energy that's gonna be brought back to you. And that's why I say that's big about, you know, be who you are, man, because somebody's gonna find out who you are. Somebody's willing to damn lay it down and hey, I know who you are.
Tyler said you gotta take off that mask sometimes. That's why I'm like, somebody gonna catch you. It's gotta be exhausting to be something else all the time. You gotta keep up that thing, but just being yourself. Like I'd rather have somebody dislike me for me than like me for something else that I'm not. Yeah. I can take that. Yeah. I can live with that. Yeah. So just having that, and it's like you just feel better about it.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a lot of it going on. Like I said, even without music, it's just social media, man. So many people trying to live what they see. Yeah. You know, if this person is my age and he's got this kind of car, why don't I have this kind of car? And it's putting a lot on people mentally too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because that make the world, hey man, life chew people up, man.
So I want to talk, because me and you started to talk about it again. Like I said, we had a whole pod before. I'm sitting over here messing with technology. We getting set up. We had a whole another cousin. That's why I got to get him back. We don't have, I got another. He needs to get his own stuff popping. We over here talking about that too. How to get that going. But anytime I can get him to either come back and sit over here or even however we can do it, I'll have it, because just sitting talking to him, chopping it up it was just good, you know, somebody to understand, see a different perspective.
Yeah.
And we were talking about just like music and where it's going and why people are doing and I wanted to ask you, because the music business, I hear a lot of people say they love the music, they hate the business.
Yeah.
Where do you see, because you've been doing this for a long time, and you see where talked about you finding your way, what you do best, what you like doing as opposed to what people like to hear.
Yeah.
Trying to balance all that. Talk to me about that piece of it.
Yeah. Like I said, I just think as far as the music nowadays is people are more in tune with the backstory, what you do as opposed to music, you know. So as far as if the image that you put on, you know, they want to see that as opposed to the music that you're making, you know, and because its content is received and just spit out so quickly, man. Like you put out a song today and they're looking for another one Wednesday, you know, and like that's pressure in itself.
Hold up, let me say, I try to just, but I want you to dive into that, because I really agree, because there's a conversation that floats around with people about gatekeepers and who makes music, who should be making music, because I think right around the SoundCloud era, when people start making music in their cloud.
Yeah.
Before I'm about to date myself. We're about to go way, way back. In order to be heard before, you had to go to the corner first, beat everybody on your corner, go to a show, win some shows, maybe win a radio contest, and do all this stuff just to work for another year or two, just to maybe get on the radio.
You had to have talent.
You had to have talent. But then you got it that kind of leveled out to where it was really still filtering out, where people had to really show and prove who they were. Now, just like right now, if I wanted to, I could record a whole album this weekend, put it out on Sunday, and there's no quality control in that. There's not any of my people telling me you maybe shouldn't do that. You might need to re-record that. You might not. You might want to rethink what you're talking about. So that's where you don't have that anymore. You talking about putting out stuff on the Wednesday because people do.
Yeah.
And maybe they shouldn't.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's just overflooded, man. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the podcast space is getting the same way, man. It's just like I said, just because it's so easy. And that's a good thing about music, though, is you can build your own platform as opposed to having to work so hard just to try to be seen by a major label.
For true talent.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of talented people that got crushed in that old system. Yeah. Because they never could get to the top to be heard.
And they still stuck in that old system. Yeah. Either they signed and they can't get
can't put out because the way they're getting the tax write-off the record label.
And you know, they also deal with the algorithm too. So, you know, if we favor you, we can put more eyes on you. You know, that's just the same as ads. Yeah. You know, like why would you guys want me to pay for ads to increase you know, my I can see, you know, like I said, everything is still a business, but you want me to pay for ads to increase my exposure as opposed to organically, you know, as I post, you know, just open it up to more people.
So you just left the door wide. You cracked the door, and I'm about to bust it wide open to talk about somebody and something. You just talked about how the way this system, once streaming started to take over music, because before you had to go buy a CD, buy a tape, buy an album. You had to physically have to go do it.
Yeah.
There's nobody. Now they cheated that system too. The record labels would buy them up, but it wasn't as bad as what you can do with streaming and the ads and the algorithm and how that happens. So up until 24, there was somebody who pretty much, for the better part of 15 years, dominated music. And some people wonder how that happened. But now that you can see that it stopped, how it happened to begin with. Because people talking about the Spotify playlist, where you would go look for gospel and God's plan was right there.
Why did it stop? Why did it stop?
Well, there's a lot of reasons why it stopped. Who stopped it? The people in charge stopped it because they got all the use out of it.
When the person cried wolf,
right? They didn't stick with the
y'all ain't doing this for me. Y'all doing this for him. This ain't right.
Right. And the way we talking about Drake, everybody knows.
Yeah,
Drake.
that's it.
So
Yeah, that's it.
the only way you can say, because he said all that with his chest, like you could have stopped this because they stopped Pusha T's song.
Yeah.
That was going on. They suppressed this stuff.
Yeah.
You could have done it. You've done it for me before. That's the unsaid part. You could do this XYZ. I think you're boosting his stuff because why? Because you did it for me.
Yeah.
That's the part he was saying he was leaving it out.
Yeah.
Which that was an organic thing anyway. He was missing. That was just a bad angle he took there anyway.
Did you not see Thug when Thug mentioned that
about Gunna? Yeah,
like, I bought the number. I bought the number. That's what I'm saying, and that's why I be telling people. That's why it's so hard for a real independent artist. Just because if you don't have the budget, then he's basically falling on deaf ears. You'll still have your fan base that you have, but as far as you trying to grow, man, that's what makes it so hard. Just because the people that are already there have the means, have the resources, have the relationships, and they can suppress you. So even if you do just so happen to get a step up, leverage up, it could be in a situation to where you don't want to work with us.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
And it even costs and even outside of the cheating, like the Spotify, the bots, the buying the play, even just to really truly break a record, it costs money.
Yeah.
To do the marketing, advertising, to get in rotation, and not even payola. I'm not even talking like the cheating part. It costs money. Yeah. Just to do that. So that's why, again, me and you were talking about, it's one of those things to where either you go all the way and try to get into that system and try to get into that part of it, or stay where your core fans are. And there's a lot of ways to be successful.
Yeah.
Like we talked about to make money, to doing shows, having people doing direct to sales, like direct to consumer. And if you're getting 100% of it, as opposed to you getting pennies on the dollar, or for every couple million streams you get 2 cents.
Yeah.
You go direct and only have to sell 1,000 of these, 500 of these to make what some of these other people are making.
Yeah, so that's why I said, man, it's our perception, man, what people think. And I try to tell people that all the time. Like, listen, man, the cars that you see in the videos, not to say they don't own cars, but did you guys know that they do give them those to drive a video?
Yeah.
Clothes. They give them clothes. Like everything that you see is smoke and mirrors. Like I said, Wayne is my biggest example. Like everybody loves Wayne, man. How could you not? I was a super Wayne fan, man. But to see how they did him,
who did
business?
What they do to him
with the 50 million?
You mean Baby?
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the industry. Baby.
Oh yeah. No. And see, that's what I'm saying.
Baby, it was probably more than 50 million.
Yeah, but I'm saying like for him to be who he is, man, and he's still working the same way. I kid you not. I just played a record for her, the golly, which one would it Pusha T?
Dwayne?
Pusha T. Flash Rock Fire. Another multi-platinum rapper trapped and can't retire.
Oh yeah. That's what. You talking about Exodus? Exodus.
No. This right here was off the one before. It might have been off the Daytona. Okay. It might have been off the Daytona album.
I know he said it on Exodus too. He said he can't retire when he was getting Wayne.
Multi-platinum rapper trapped and can't retire. Yeah, because he was but anyway, not to go off into that song. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, man, it's just.
But it's true.
Yeah.
But that's why. So people were wondering why. Again, talking about because I try. Anybody look at my channel? Well, everybody knows how I feel. Well, most people know how I feel about Drake. Not a fan, but I try not to spend time killing him. Enough people out here doing that.
Yeah.
But that's why he's still doing so. Like you would think that somebody who is accomplished as he is, and I'll never take that. Well, I'm not going to take away his talent. Like what he's the talent.
Yeah.
And some of the things he's done.
Yeah.
There's no reason he should still be working as hard as he is at 37, 38, touring as much as he's touring, having to put out an album. People think he's just doing this because he's just that much of a hard worker. He has to put out.
Do you think that have you given it any thought? Like you remember Kanye?
Yeah. When he called him Lucy's son.
I'm talking about Jay-Z. When he was like, if you was my friend, why would you put a clause in my contract that I can't retire? And he was like, I can only go on a hiatus for 2 to 3 weeks. But
because that is, and see, that's where mixing business with friendships is a bad idea. The music business is set up to exploit the artist.
Yeah.
On every level.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
From the radio to the labels to everything else. They own your rights to your stuff. You know, like I forget the
life insurance. They put life insurance on you.
For all that, that gets into another conversation. You're worth more dead than you are alive in a lot of cases. But he can't do it because if you do a friend deal for him, you got to do a friend deal for Siegel. Got to do a friend deal for Bleak, and you can't run the label that way.
Yeah, and see, but my thing is, it's like I said, man, I just look at them like nobody wants to ride off into the sunset. Like everybody's had nice long careers, and me and my mom was sitting on the couch watching that Bob Dylan interview.
Yeah,
and Bob Dylan said that he made a pact with the chief, and he's got to live up to his end of the bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then guy asked him like, "Who's the chief?" And he was like, "Well, somebody."
The record head.
Yeah, not even that. He said somebody in this world and in the world you can't see.
Oh, well,
you know. So,
but
he said in order for me to attain what I got, you know, I have to keep up. And then that made me think about. So honestly, bro, that made me think about like Mary J. Blige. Like y'all been doing this for so long.
You know, the Ozzy Brothers had a hit in every decade since the 50s.
And they still touring,
since the 50s.
Like that.
Let me slow this down for a minute.
Yeah.
It's 2026.
So that's like what? Damn near 6 years?
That's 7, 8 decades. Whatever. Since the 50s. Or shit, it was either late 50s, but I know it's the 60s. It might be I think they had one of those doo-wop hits in the late 50s.
Ain't no way, bro. It's 70s. Okay, not 50. Because I'm thinking 50. Like 1950. I'm like,
no, it is. Yeah.
Years,
I'm telling you. I'm gonna look at it's either early 60s or late 50s. I'm gonna look that up. They've had a hit in every decade since then.
Yeah, not like I said, I still see them like touring and everything. And I was like, man.
But I have a question about that. So I don't think some people do it because they have to. Some people do it because they love it. I don't. And see, I'm one of these people who wish I was an artist because I used to make beats, music. I love music. Yeah. I love one thing I love to do is to sit and watch the process of people making music.
Yeah.
I have such an appreciation for it. And like, why would you want to stop doing that? If God gave you the gift to go into a room with nothing, you go into a room, it's just machines in there, and you go in there when you hear when a producer hit a melody, when you hit them keys, when you get the chords, when it all come together, and then you hear it, and you start that first line, then the second bar, the first bar that rhyme. Yeah, everybody can't do that. So if everybody can't do it, why would you want to stop?
Because that comes with inspiration. Because it's like anything else. You know, like if you're an NBA player, like, you know, this is my job, but I don't really feel like playing today. You know, that's why I might go out and score 12 points. Like I averaged 32, but tonight I just had an off night.
Because most guys retire because they don't like the process of going to camp, practice, whatever. They like playing. They like making a song, but they don't like
recording. Yeah, and like I said, that's with me, especially with music. It's just like I've never been a fan of the clubs just because I don't know, man. It's just not my environment. I love to write. You know, and it's just like I get into
Jones too, man. You
listen, man.
I can tell.
Listen, man. Like I said, I love it, man. I love to write, man. But like I said, it's the whole creative process, man. Like when I'm in it, man, that's like I love it, man. But it's like because everything flows, you know, like you said, from finding the beat to and the beat just tells me what to do. Yeah, like once I hear it, like that's how I pick my beats. Like if I play it the first 10 seconds, I get nothing. Go to the next one, because literally the first 5 to 10 seconds, like something will come, a hook, a rhyme pattern or something, and then I'll go from there.
Even what Pocket do, like I can imagine, because you make songs that are some just bars, some are more melodic, some are, you get in different pockets, and that's the beat talking to you, leading and telling you what to do.
Yeah. And so that's why I said, man, it's a lot with inspiration too, and it's easy to get uninspired, man. Uninspired is the bad word.
Yeah, jaded. Is it jaded?
Yeah. And because you're doing it so much, man, and you feel like, man, it's for what?
Let's talk about that, because I wanted to ask you that. I'm trying to figure out a way because it's got to be frustrating to be as talented as you are.
Yeah.
Like I said, and I'm gonna plug this again. I'm gonna plug it all throughout this podcast. All your discography, Love it. But again, Dragonfly Jones too. And we've been talking about that.
Yeah.
That album it's an incredible body of work, man.
Yeah,
it is just again, you have a bunch like even your Lucy's, your albums, your projects that you've done.
Yeah.
But that's the one.
Yeah.
And to have like I can put that in I can take any 10, 15, 20 artists, some of their best work, and put that in the middle of that, and there's no drop. Like it fits in the middle of like I'm talking about artists like Kendrick, like Bob, like Shane, like any of these dudes. You can put that album in some of their work, and then you just let it play through. It doesn't seem out of place at all.
And that's my pocket, man. Like I said, that's where, like I said, just because that's raw emotion and feeling.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I'm making other records, like with I won't even say trap records, I just use like the trap sounds.
You know what it feels? You know when we talked about the reading off the Blackberry, when somebody could tell you weren't reading. You don't seem like you're reading off a Blackberry on these other songs, but I can tell when you. I bet when I saw you recording Dragonfly Jones too, you look different than recording these other songs.
See, I record the same, and I just try to make sure I know it mentally, just so I could just
not knowing it. I know you know it, but you don't. You can't tell me you felt the same way recording Dragonfly Jones too as some of the. Not that you were slacking or what. I'm not saying that. But that just had more raw, like emotion to it.
Yeah, Dragonfly Jones. Yeah, like I said, man, just because like everything, like I said, the skits and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like I had a whole vision for that, you know, as opposed to like some of the singles I do, you know, like I said, it just be spur of the moment. Like I might like when I leave today, like I might get home and you know I might be like, damn, let me go through some beats and you know. But as far as Dragonfly Jones too, that was just a whole process. Was like I want this body of work to be this. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, I love doing that just because that makes me feel accomplished because it's a lot more melodic. I got to do more work. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just going in and rapping. Like I can harmonize with this part. I can put a bridge here. You know, like it makes me feel.
Right. So Drake, because it's work doing more melodic songs because you have to putting that together has to be hard. Like all of it is hard, man. But just putting that type of work, that's like mixing an R&B song and a hip hop song and just a bunch of different things together.
It's like I said, it's the creating that body. It's like I live with it. You know, so as opposed to me just if I'm doing a single or something that's for the moment, I don't wrote that. Like, that's over with.
Yeah.
But with the Dragonfly Jones too, like with the whole body of work, I like to record and then just live with the song. Like I'll record it today and I want to keep it for the rest of the week and just listen just because I might want to add some melodic tunes here or something, you know. And that's like I said, that whole process right there, man, I love that process. But I have to be on the same wave with my engineer, my producer, because I don't want to write and record Monday and get the record back Friday. And you know what I'm saying? Like now I've been working on another record, but now I got to go back to this record and I got to mentally go back to this record. And so, like I said, and that's hard too, because you got to find someone that's got the same work ethic as you know, and like life be kicking everybody ass, man. So it's like, I might be feeling this way today. And my boy Bud T, what's happening with you, Bud? Yeah, the best producer in South Carolina, man. Best producer rapper, man. Bud West, man. I like to call him.
Bud.
Yeah, man. Bud dope as hell, man. So like I said, man, whenever me and him can get on the same accord, man, it's always magic, man.
Listen, because I got a sidetrack talking about Dragonfly Jones too, because just I love that project. But we're talking about being jaded and being talented, and that's what because you're so talented. And people, because looking at you, looking at what you've done, looking at your discography, and feeling like I don't understand why more people aren't hearing you and talking to you. I'm frustrated for you.
Yeah.
But we also talked about what success or whatever means for an individual, and you were talking about being jaded is the reason why I asked that. You know, because you pour into something, and you want to get everybody wants, especially when you do something. Like anytime I put a show out, like I want people to like it. Mm-hmm. I don't need them to like it. Yeah. I want them to like it. Yeah. So you want to get that positive, especially when you do something like what you've done. Yeah. Like what is that for? Like how do you deal with that part?
And I just I know it's life. You know, like I said, man, I'm in good shape, man. You know what I'm saying? I've got everything I need. You know, so I just keep that in accountability, man. Like it shit could be worse. You know, so like I said, man, I'm just work, man. Like it doesn't, like, to me, man, it doesn't matter if I ever get there. You know what I'm saying?
But what's there though?
There for me is like I said, it's not. I don't have to make $100,000. Just being comfortable. You know what I'm saying? To be able to pay my bills. If somebody needs something, mom, sisters, anybody, you know, like it's taken care of. Don't worry about it. You know, like I said, I always say, like, if I became a multi-millionaire, it'd be for everybody else. You know, I'm not a big material person. I don't need 3, 4 cars. I don't need 2, 3 houses, man. I'm a simple man, you know. And so, like I said, man, but it's just me trying to put the talent to use. Yeah. You know, like I'm not just sitting on it. So that goes with like music, and a lot of times we as black men, also especially that make music, we're one-minded. You know, we just see music. Like you can, like I tell everybody, like I got my own studio stuff, but I can do audio books. Yeah. You know, you can create jingles for companies. You know, like I said, man, it's a lot that you can do. Even like I said, with writing, because I write like a lot of different records, R&B and everything. And really, that's my goal, man. Like I said, because I'm not a big club person. Yeah. So even if I did have a huge single, like if you pay me, I'm gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But like just being there, like go promote the record, and like yeah, like nah, I mean, like I'm not. That's why I said I'd rather write for somebody who likes that environment, is there every night already anyway. Yeah, man. But like I said, man, is when I'm feeling frustrated, man. Like I said, I just understand, like, man, life is hard, man, and you know what I'm saying? You're not always gonna get what you want, but you make the best of it.
And you like always right there, because you know how many people was just like, if they just went a little bit longer, and just kept that, and then you just missed.
Yeah, and
that's the biggest fear for. That's it. It's just quit before you get whatever it is you're looking for. And then so we talked about that being relative. Success is relative. Yeah. So whatever you want out of it, and you just right there. Yeah. So just don't stop until you get it.
Yeah. And then like I said, man, it's like I said, man, I want to be a light too for the younger people coming up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of younger artists reach out to me, and I have no problem, you know, steering them. You know what I'm saying, in the direction. Like if you need someone to record, and I always tell everybody, invest in yourself, man. You know, because you don't want to spend money. And like I said, it could be 2, 3 in the morning. You wake up, you got an idea. Yeah. But there's nowhere for you to go to record. You know, so man, if you got it at home, you can lay down whatever right there, man. It's just the big thing, man, is just get the ball rolling, man. And like I tell them, man, it's like a snowball. Like once you record, you find someone to record, that person might know a videographer. Yeah. To shoot videos. So now you got somebody to shoot a video for that song. That person might know someone that makes beats. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, once you get it rolling, it's rolling. And like I said, for me, man, I just try to be somebody reachable. I can give you a few ideas, a few pointers on how to do what you're doing, because like I said, I can't tell you how to make it, you know what I'm saying? Just because I haven't made it. So I can't tell you like you need to do this, you need to do this. But I can tell you, you know, how to get started, man, and distribute your own music. And
what did I tell you when you came? We talked about podcast. Most of what I told you is like stuff I messed up at when I first started. Yeah, that just telling somebody what mistakes I made, that can save you, like that can shorten somebody's learning curve. Yeah, for you know, and that's the biggest thing. I tell you, like, here's the mistake. I don't want you to have to go do the same thing I had to learn. On my own.
And that's it, man. And like I said, because like I said, it's there if they want the help, the knowledge. Like I said, it really don't matter to me either way, you know. Because like I said, I'm still gonna do what I do, man. But like right now, like I said, I'm working on my first official album, and like I said, I wanna have the rollout and everything correct with it. And from there, like I said, man, I've got audio stories that I'm gonna do. I want to do some podcasting, writing. Really, like I said, ghostwriting, man. If I could find me like a girl group,
you'd be a side then.
Yeah, man. If I could find a young girl group, man, you
gotta be intentional about finding them. You're gonna run up on them. Have you a showcase?
Yeah, but see,
find them.
But when it comes to that too, you know, I be scanning social media too, because like I said, the music is 20%. of it. You know, if you got the image and what you do on social media, I can put the tunes behind it. You know, you just have to be the it. You know what I'm saying? In front of the camera.
That has that reach.
Yeah.
If they already have like eyes on them.
Yeah,
you can give them that 20%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You already have eyes on you just because of the way you dress.
The eyes the hard thing to get.
That's
like,
it.
20%. Like the talent. Not with a lot of people, but there's people that have it, but they can't get in front of people. They don't have the reach. They don't have.
Yeah, that's all. Like I said, they might not even have the means.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know where to go to record a song or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Let me back up though. You said something. You just talked right through it. You got an album. Like, hold up. Oh, hey, wait a minute, huh? Wait a minute. So you got a name? You got a name?
A little bit about a lot. A little bit about a lot, man. And like I said, man, you know, we was talking about my grandma and everything. I told you like I had a record. Yeah, that's gonna be on there, man. So like the whole vibe, like I said, just to reach, because I didn't want to make it about a certain thing. So just the past 5 years, you know what I'm saying, and just accommodating them into one album.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's gonna be about everything that I've been through, man. And I'm trying to get more personal. And that's what me and my boy Bud was talking about, man. I told him that it's just so hard though, man, just because, you know, you don't want to be judged, you know. And for me to tell y'all like some of the stuff that was going on with me or this and that, like I said, it's rough, man.
But you know what? Most people, and it's funny you say that, because you know, I look at all your projects and I was like, for you to say that's your first official album.
Yeah.
And you know, most artists say it takes that, like their whole life experiences go into their first album.
Yeah.
So that just means that you haven't opened up yet. You haven't shared everything yet. You still got a lot of stories to tell, and that's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
That first that you know, making it count. Just saving all that, just letting it go, man. Because you done, like I said, this is me giving my take on it. You giving them everything else. Like you had the girl songs, you had the part, like you've done all the different songs. Give them at this point give them what you feel like, and not what you think they want to hear. Give them what this is what I want you to hear.
Yeah, it's personal, so I will apologize in advance, man. You know, if you hear your name or a story, but yeah, man. Like I said, man, it's just everything. Like I said, everything that I've been through, man, and just trying to find the perfect way. Like I said, because I like right now, man, I don't know why, but I'm just so motivated, man. That's why I said, man, like I can write, I literally every day, you know, like, and it's not even for me, you know, it's just because like I'm in that mode, man. And like I said, when it comes to the album, like I want my pen to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So so I'm already 5-6 records in, just other records. So like I said, with the album, I got like 3 already, you know, ready for the album. But I think I want to do like a maybe 9 something.
I was gonna say, talk to me about, because we talked about this too, about the era of the 2-3 minute song. This doesn't sound like a 2-3 minute song. That's not gonna happen.
Right? Yeah, no.
And I think we've gotten away from that in the music.
Yeah.
But also, just you see people, and this is people playing streaming games. It's either, you know, you see a 30 song, or you see a 20-something song, it's cheating the algorithm. Yeah. I hate that word, man, but we have to talk about it. Cheating the algorithm, but making a body of work. You see a lot of the better projects are short.
Yeah.
Until get to the point.
Yeah,
we talked about King. King's is 37 minutes. It's 11 songs.
Mm-hmm.
It seems much longer. He said a lot in that 37 minutes in those 11 songs. Like I said, Dragonfly Jones, 20 minutes or so. Said a lot in those 10 songs.
Yeah.
It seemed 9 songs. It seemed a whole lot longer because you said something.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do 30 songs
to
talk my head off and try to say something.
And I think some of those beat records that they've done, they've just been sitting on like,
they cheat.
Let it fly.
Yeah, they cheat. Yeah, they cheat. So all right. So when you're coming back here we're gonna go through the album when you get ready to release, when you start doing your run, or maybe even your roller, however you want to do that. You know, so we can come sit, tell us a little bit about, like, one thing I loved about, I'm gonna like King, just I understood those records more because with his documentary, him talking about like I connected with those songs.
Yeah.
It was personal stuff.
Yeah.
And I understood it. And
Yeah.
it's like, you know, having that type of connection with it and talking to the people and telling them where you come from and what this means to me.
Yeah.
It's not just a song. It's like it means something.
And that's what I said too, you know, being from Gaffney, man, it's so small, man. It's like the stories I tell, like people gonna know. Like if you're from Gaffney, you know what they say. If you know, you know. Like some of the stories I tell the people that I'm talking about, like you'll know. But yeah, man, like I said, man, it's just like I said with this being my first official album. Like I want it to be perfect, man, a masterpiece, man, and I'm putting I put all my eggs in one basket, man, and we gonna roll, man.
And I do have to send the players. Me and you both, we mentioned how small Gaffney is and like but I have to give a plug for the whole town, man. I tell everybody, pound for pound, when you talk about, we got doctors, lawyers, athletes, musicians, people that work, that's been working for places at 30, 40 years. You got to count them too. Yeah. We got go-getters, like pound for pound, man. You can't mess with that. Like people, they get mad at you when we under 12, 13,000 people, but we got everything.
The peach, everything.
And we gonna get it. We gonna get it.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's why, like, people, they hate. I'm gonna keep talking. Two things I'm gonna talk about is Gaffney and West End. I'm gonna people. You don't want to hear me ever talk about it. Just unplug me. Well, see, and that's why if you look at the logo here, you can't see it as much, but my colors, that's Tennessee orange, and that gold, that's that Gaffney gold, and the black. Yeah. So that's how I got these colors. Yeah. That's the black and gold of my Tennessee orange.
I was gonna ask you because I got a couple questions for you.
Exactly. Let's go.
So my first one was at Tennessee, man. Who was the best offensive lineman that you went against? Well,
you mean at Tennessee or against another team?
No, against another team when you were playing at Tennessee. Like the best, like the offensive lineman. Like if somebody had to be like, you know, between you,
just one.
That's hard. Just one, the best.
That's hard.
That you wouldn't want to if you had to see them every Saturday.
I wouldn't want to. So I had to give some context to this though, because early in my career, like my freshman year, the offensive line that we had, all five of them went to the NFL. Leslie Ratliff, Jason Lehman, Bubba Miller, Jeff Smith.
So you had some good
Kevin Mays. Yeah, because like one of them kids, he's an offensive lineman for the Panthers right now. So. And that was the first one. And every year after that, it was just more of that.
Yeah.
And then my last year, there was one, Chad Clifton. He played for the Packers. You might have known because he just big boy, 67.
Sound for me.
He was. If you talk about, because I have to look at it when I was young. I was young going against these NFL dudes. So when I was older.
Okay, that's
my senior year going against Chad, and Chad was a little bit younger than me, but he was still holding his own.
Yeah. When
I would give the other ones the business, like even like my boy Cozy Coleman, who ended up playing for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I was just because he was young when I was my senior year. I just used to give it to him. Like he used to tell me like, you helped me grow up.
Yeah.
So Chad was still just he was a year or two younger than me, but he was a problem. Yeah. He was a problem to deal with.
And you knew he was going to be a problem.
You know the ones that are problem. Yeah. You see him when they're young, even with Cozy. Knew he was just trying to, he converted from defensive line. He was just learning the position. He hadn't got his confidence right yet, but you could see he was strong, he was fast, he was athletic. Like, better get him now while you can.
Yeah.
Because in another year, you're not going to be able to do anything with him. And I think he was the second round pick. He became,
because I know that's that good hard ACC football there, but
man, this just getting through practice, man, was just I tell people during that period, if they gave you a jersey just to get on the depth chart and just to get on if you travel, I mean, I played 50 games, I played in all 50, I led it all 4 years, I started 18, 20 games out of my 50, whatever. But I played all the time, even when I played as much when I wasn't playing, when I wasn't starting.
Yeah.
As I did when I played outside of my freshman year. From after my freshman year on, I was like, even when I played a lot my freshman year. Yeah. But just to be out there, just to get on the field, it was an accomplishment.
That's what I was gonna say. Probably a damn task, man.
It's a task just to get through practice, just to get on the field.
Yeah. That was one, and my second one is at Gaffney. What was your most memorable play? Because you did kick the ball to Roscoe too, didn't you?
I kicked it to Steve Davis.
I was gonna say I thought you kicked it.
No, Roscoe came after me. Okay. But I can tell you
Steve Davis too.
I can tell you the Steve Davis story though, because most people don't know. It's just funny you say that because my 10th grade year, I was the kicker. I kicked all through like middle school.
It was a debate about that. It was like, nah, Jeff played kicker too. I kicked kicker.
Yeah, I kicked.
Yeah, so I didn't know that.
Because me and Chuck Pump, like, cause he kicked too. He kicked out, like he ended up kicking after me because I had a knee problem. Yeah. So I ended up having surgery, like the knee I had, and that's part of where it happened to my knee. I was kicking because doing that motion, that it just over time, it damaged my knee. So because we played Spartanburg 3 times a year. So this is the first game of the year, opening game.
At the reservation.
Yeah,
oh man.
So I'm young. But I'm confident though. I was like, then they was like, because Steve was returning kicks.
Yeah.
Me and him talked about this when I saw him.
What is he at this time? Is he a senior or is he?
He's a senior.
He's a senior. Okay.
He was 2 years ahead of me.
Okay.
He's a senior. So just not even that week, all off season, all camp, like don't kick it to him. Don't kick it to him. Don't kick it to him. And when we got out there on the field with the kickoff team, I told everybody, I said, I'm kicking it to him. I said, I'm telling you right now, I'm kicking it to him. So somebody go tackle him. He didn't run it all the way back, but he ran it back to like the other 40 or so.
Oh, yeah, no.
Then they scored like a play 2 later.
They won't know you though. They won't know you though. Yeah, you
hey, because my thing, here's my thing was, if you ask me what I do again, I tell you yes. Because either that I'm gonna kick it over, I'm gonna kick it to you again. Because that's their best player. I want to beat you with your best player. You have to show me. And he showed us a lot. Like, and that was the thing about Steve. Like, just in general, like if you would look at him when he played us, Steve would have 20 carries for 140 yards or so. But he got 70 of those 140 yards on one carry.
Yeah.
So he was 19 for
pretty much
60
bottled up. Yeah.
The rest of the time. And that's not taking shots. I mean, that's just, you can go back and look at the tape. That's just what it was.
I did.
That's what it is.
I watched a couple because I saw some people.
But you will see him with a long run, and again, he put up thousands of yards at Auburn, did it in the NFL. So I'm not taking shots at him.
Yeah,
Steve's my boy. Steve my people. Steve was one of them.
Yeah, Steve was a bad boy.
But he got that 70-yard run though. That's the thing, because we did the same thing to D Feaster. Man, championship game, the 2-0 game. That man had 28 yards, 15 carries.
2-0, man.
2-0.
That the Black Friday defense.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but I mean, Northwestern, I respected them. Like, if I had to lose to them, you put a gun in my head and say you got to lose to somebody, I'm going to lose to somebody that played defense like us. Their defense was just almost as good as ours.
Yeah.
Almost as good as ours.
I was going to say, I always heard about that too.
Yeah, but then, the way they play, I respect them. I got a lot of respect. I mean, I still ain't watched their game yet. Never will. But
what's the problem now? With the tradition? Do you think it's not talent?
I don't think we have a problem.
I don't think it's talent, man.
Do we have a problem though? I mean, you can't win every year though.
No, but man, like, have we been competitive?
Yeah,
like to our standards.
We're competitive. So we won in 22. We were pretty good in 23, 24. Yeah, we've been competitive. I mean, we all from the same thing. Competitive in Gaffney is winning the championship.
That's what I said.
If you do anything less than that, it don't count.
That's what I said.
So I don't care what you did. I don't care. Yeah. None of it matters unless you win the championship.
So that's why I said that, just because, like I said, we want the titles, or at least we go into Columbia.
Well, I'm gonna say this, because I like being completely honest with people. And just like with Donnie, like me and Donnie talk, I said, because I've always been, me and him was talking about something months ago, and we were all like, because I said, I'm gonna be honest. He laughed. He was like, yeah, you brutally honest, because you're always honest. But he's never had the problem. Dan was the problem for a long time. And when somebody is successful and they win, you get cachet, you get equity with people. People chose to give equity sometimes when it's not even needed. That program was just sleepwalking and cruise control for a long time with him. And I'm not even talking about just the field. A program is more than what you see on the field on Friday. Yeah. It's like what you do in the community, how you carry yourself, how you train it, how you building a pipeline, how you reaching down to the middle school, the kids that's coming up that pipeline.
And that's what I think.
It's like Donnie doing that though.
That's
so
what
give him time.
Man,
give it like he came in immediately and we were good. Like I just didn't want him to have a bad year and shit, so they would just jump on it. He did more than enough to get off his back and let that man go to work.
Well, you know they're not gonna get off his back. He's getting football.
I don't know.
It's every Friday.
When
somebody else is that deeply active his Facebook.
Every Friday. He not on Facebook. Donnie, he ain't on Facebook.
I say, I was gonna say if he ain't
he don't know. Don't never get on there. Because we would lose 52 to 40 when he was the coordinator. Yeah. We lose 52 to 48 and they blame him. He was the offensive coordinator. Yeah. He put up 48 points and they scored 52.
If you wasn't coming out of a shotgun on 4th and 1, like damn, but I scored 48 points.
I scored 48 points. But what he's doing with these kids and holding them accountable. Yeah. And this is one of these things where it's like stuff I see. I know that I'm not gonna get on here and say it, but I know he's holding. Just like one thing about I can only talk about when I was there. Yeah, I was the biggest star on the team, one of the biggest stars on the team. My coach held me accountable. I didn't get away with it. I didn't do what I wanted to do. Yeah, I practiced harder than he made me practice harder than everybody else practiced. Yeah, if I had to stay after school for a class, miss 15 minutes of practice, guess what? You staying after practice 15 minutes. He's like, you're going to give me my 15 minutes.
The Tom Brady effect.
And you're going to give me my 15 minutes. And just, you got to hold everybody accountable. I knew what the standard was, what the program was about, and we all held each other accountable.
I think that's what part of the problem is, man, is we just had that pride, like we don't want to lose Spartanburg. We don't want to lose Spartanburg. We don't want to lose Spartanburg. Yeah, but I think now, we didn't even have, by the fact, we didn't have no cell phones anyway. We had them, but we didn't have them the way they have access to them now. At halftime, you can go just get your phone.
I wish you would get on. I wish if I was coaching, I wish you would touch your phone at halftime. But first of all, the coach wouldn't even have to do anything. But that's another thing I'm gonna say. And this happened at every level, at high school and when I was in college. The players police stuff like that. Yeah. By the time it gets to the coach, it's too late. Yeah. But that gets into another problem of some of the transfers, kids. They don't have that same rapport with people. They didn't come up together. Yeah. You just throwing the team.
And I mean, not even that. A lot of people say it's bullying. Like somebody, hey man, you don't need to be on your phone, man. We trying to win the game.
You don't get off that phone, man. I don't care. And there's a way to say it, because if you have that respect, if you put in the work and players respect you, if I come to you and say, hey man, put up the phone, that's not conducive to what we're doing. Yeah, you should put up the phone. Yeah. So I don't have to go snatch it out. I got to smack it out your hand and nothing like that. Yeah. Put up the phone.
That's just how I feel, man. I feel like.
Or if I'm a coach, I'm putting you can get on your phone up there in the stands. Yeah. You're not gonna do it in my locker room.
That's how I feel though. Yeah. I feel like they don't have that same pride, man. Like, just because, like I said, that's how I said when we played, we just felt like, hey man, if we lose, bro, it's over with. And we don't care about it's the 4th game of the season. If we lose, season over.
I'm gonna say this to you too, though. But you have to. One thing I had to do this again at every level. Because when we think about it, if you listen to me talk a long time ago about it, you would think I never lost a game. Mm-hmm. You would think that we did everything perfect. Like, we had some bullshit with us too. We had some. I mean, we lost. Well, my 10th grade year, we went 7-7. My junior year, we went 12-3. Won the state championship though. Then we lost that championship game. It's like we didn't win it every year. Yeah, when you have a good team, you got to take advantage of those times, and you just got to build for the teams and the people that come after you. Yeah. And I've learned to give them a little, I hold them accountable and just hold them to a standard, but I also give them some grace.
But see, that's what I was going to say.
You got to give them grace.
That's the thing about me, man. I'm just going to hold you to the standard.
But you can't do that though. You have to give grace because you weren't perfect. That's why I said
my senior year.
But you have to, about perfection, I mean, you didn't do everything. What'd you do your junior year?
12-3.
That's what I mean.
We won state.
10th grade year.
I didn't play 10th grade year.
Okay. But even in 12-3 championship,
Hold on. Nah. They lost 10. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it was
but what y'all did is normal, though. You don't like.
Nah, but
we almost did it. Like, but it's not normal.
But I was saying about like to speak, like I said about the camaraderie and like people, like we look forward to playing. You know, this one Burns was Burns. Like we look forward to playing Burns like that. Like I said, just because we had the pride, like. We not gonna lose.
I think they got pride.
You know, yeah. But I just don't think it matters as much. Like I said, to us, it was about as close to life and death as like we crying. Like I said, even if like I said, my junior year, like we lose a game, like we crying, like it's only week 8.
Like, I cry every time I lost.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's week 8. Yeah, but now kids like just know it's
I'm gonna say some people. I know people. Somebody gonna kill me for this. People not gonna like this. Because don't ever tag me on Facebook with one of these stories for anybody. If you start talking, if you talking bad about some high school kids and you fit like whatever age, don't tag me in it because I'm talking about you instead of that kid. And if don't y'all tag me on no GOAT arguments or who better. Don't do none of that with me. But a bigger problem is, I have this conversation with a lot of people. Like I said, you got the biggest thing: holding people accountable, holding them to a standard, but also giving grace.
Yeah,
what people criticizing the shit out of people. And talking bad about high school kids.
Yeah,
you can critique somebody and you can tell them you need to do better without what they do on that blue app. And other places.
I don't even think,
and it's how you do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't even think that's a place for it.
It's
like
not
if you in your home and you talking like, man, did y'all see such and such at the game?
You know why I used to get it on the street when I was walking, and I tell people this story all the time, and it's like I was, especially after I had a good Friday. I had great good games most of the time. I had a great game.
Yeah,
I'm on early Saturday morning walking around West End.
Yeah,
chest out.
No, somebody.
But I tell people like Troy Agnew and all the older people in my like him particularly, because them the ones that I grew that raised me on the like over there. And it was one game, man. I think I had like 18, 19 tackles, fumble recovery, like a broken up pass, like one of them games.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling myself. He was like, "Yeah, you had a good game. It was a decent game, man, but you missed 3 tackles." I had 18, 19 tackles, but you telling me about the 3 I missed?
I'll let you know about.
But that kept me grounded, kept me humble. This is like, all right, I'd rather have 15 and no missed tackles than 18 and 3 missed tackles.
Yeah.
You know? So it's one of them things to where
he
was like, yeah, you were cool, but making sure that you staying grounded.
Let's say,
and hold you to a standard.
And like you said, he saw you and said that as opposed to, and
that was
he had
my
a relationship with you.
He had to.
As opposed
that
to
right there, because you got people running up on
son.
Kids, and I heard the stories because it happened to one of my mentees. Like, cause me and I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna put him out.
So
they ran up on like talking to him, and it was an ex-player. He was decent, but he in his head he's better. He think he was better than he was.
Yeah.
And he running up on this kid that he had no relationship with, don't know him from a can of paint. Talking to him like he was just like that, and not it worse than like even somebody I knew didn't talk to me like that, like cussing, saying certain things to you. You don't know this kid. It's first of all, you shouldn't be talking to a kid like that. And then the kid you don't know and you don't have a rapport with. I had a rapport with him, and I ain't talking to him like that. Me and him have a relationship, but I ain't talking to him like that. So doing that kind of thing, and then you taking it to social media too. That's one of the bad things right there. It's creating a toxic environment. I don't use that word. I hate that word, but it's creating a bad environment. For that.
Yeah, and like I said, that's exactly what it is, man. Because like I said, that's why I said, man, if you have a child that plays sports at Gadsden,
you got to thick skin.
Man, I'm trying to.
You got to. You can't sit in the stands.
I'm trying. That's what I said.
Sit in the stands,
especially you hear somebody say, "Who the hell is 12? Get him out of here." 12.
These people that transfer in have no idea.
None.
And they people like that's their mama. I don't care. They don't care.
They don't care.
They gonna talk about people that they grew up like. They gonna say your
son. They gonna tell you to go tell your son after the game. Hey, you tell me to look to the left because they on there wide open.
That's the funniest part, man. Because I talked to Yeah, he gone down. Gilmore's mom a couple years ago, man. She was like in tears after the game. I said, you gotta be tougher than that. Like they gonna give it to you. I'm like, they talk about me. They talk about anybody who came through here, any great player.
That's why I said you can be the greatest thing.
They talk about Kentrell. Like somebody like you would think that Kentrell Jones is infallible. Like, what can you say about Kentrell Jones? Somebody will find something.
You remember that pass?
He could be 36 to 37 completion, and that one is like, man, the dude was wide open.
My hands hanging on my back. Yeah, but he was on your left arm. He was throwing it with right.
My boy caught that ball. He messed up his scholarship.
Hey, yeah, man. So that's why I said that's a positive about that too.
But I wanted to put a bow on that by saying that's one of those things to where you just keep out. You make a diamond out of them because they keep pressuring. Yeah. And at the end of the day, they want the best. Yeah. For the kids. So I can't say all that. Yeah, it's just and not say that they in their heart they want what's best for them.
Because they're gonna be because if you make it there, they're gonna be.
Then I told you.
They're gonna be fighting for you in the stand.
You best believe it. They're gonna be saying, "I told you that boy was gonna make it."
That's what I tell y'all. That's why I said, you go to the stage, they're gonna be fighting for you in the stands, fighting whoever y'all playing.
Yeah.
But tell you, once you get out of there, once you make it out, that's it.
Like I said, shout out to the Indian Nation, Gagne fans, the best in the world.
The best, man.
Like just like y'all talk about the kids, we talk about y'all sometimes, us sometimes, just to get the best product, man. Everybody, it's all love. Everybody, it's a love and it ain't hate. It's never any hate. Yeah, it's just sorry about that. It's a love and love, hard sometimes conversation with Indian Nation, man. Like I said, everybody want the best. For the kids in the program, and that's what it is. So I want to. You got any more questions for me about football, about me getting my head knocked in, anything like that? You got anything else for me?
Yeah, I got one more.
What's up?
You're welcome to the SEC.
Oh, my welcome to the SEC. Man, that was so mean.
Who put you down? Pancake.
Well, it's funny you say that, and it wasn't even my freshman year that this happened. This was my sophomore year, and I went because I've told this story with even with my boys that we played with. Because I'll tell you the story. I'm actually working on it's a little short documentary. It's called "Would You Do It Again?" Basically, that's a working title. It's somewhere around there because people used to ask me, "Man, would you do it again?" Like when I was 20, I'd be like, "Hell yeah." Wouldn't even let you get it out. Yeah. 30, I'll let you finish. I'm like, I'll do it again. Once I hit 40, because I got a lot of injuries and you hit the head too many times, you start getting stuff. It's just like, I don't know. Man, I don't figure. So I tell this story about with my teammates. We were playing Kentucky. And I was still playing defensive end then. And we ran, it was an Eagle Star. So it's in this play, because a lot of us used to play linebacker. I played linebacker. A lot of our ends were all linebackers, so they would put us in coverage. So in that, it's a zone blitz. I have to cover like the seam, and I was running out, and the receiver caught the ball, and I'm just zeroed in. I'm chasing him. The tight end had run down the other seam and curled back. I never saw it. I was running, and then it was like, bah! And I'm running sideways, and I fell. I was on their sideline, and I remember I was on my back, looking up, and it was all their play. They came and got around me. And they were looking down. I couldn't hear nothing, and it was funny. I couldn't hear a thing. And I know you see it. My teammates came over there, and did whatever. But this happened the first quarter. Yeah. And this is the part where I tell the story about. I remember. It was the first quarter when I got hit. That was the last thing I remember. Next thing I remember was the fourth quarter. I'm standing in the huddle in the fourth quarter. So and I looked the whole game. No, I promise you. I'm standing in the huddle and I look at the scoreboard and it says fourth quarter. I'm like, bro. I asked my boys. I was like, bro, what? I was like, what happened? They're like, no, what you talking about? What you mean? I said, it's the fourth quarter. They're like, yeah, we know it's the fourth. I'm like, I don't remember.
Hey, where I been?
Man, I played the rest of the first half, went to halftime, came out
like
third
everything
quarter.
Ain't normal.
Well, I started that game, yeah. Like everything, well, it wasn't. So when I go back and look at that game, if you look at me in the first, second quarter, third quarter, you would see me like stumble and fall sometimes. Like I would lose. I never did. If you watched every game before that, you would see somebody cut me. I'm like putting the head, like you wouldn't see me I hit the ground more times in that game than I did my whole career.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And when I say he hit me, like, I didn't remember absolutely nothing. And the craziest part about that, and I tell people the scariest part about that, is watching the film of that second, everything after the hit, and looking at yourself, don't remember any of it.
And you don't remember none of it.
None of it. And I was doing, this is like muscle memory and stuff. I was doing the right stuff. One time I was supposed to go, we were running the stunt. I was supposed to go left, but I went right.
Yeah.
I did the right thing, but I did it the wrong way.
Yeah.
It was just one of those.
Man,
it's crazy.
That's what I be telling everybody. When we were younger, they were like, "Oh, you just got your bell wrong."
Yeah, they like, man, get up, you be all right.
Yeah,
shake it off.
and that's what you're thinking. Like, oh man,
they put me back in it. Like I don't think I missed this. I was back. Crazy part about it is I made the tackle on the next play after I got hit. I went back and found it.
And yeah, that's
and
what
I clipped it. I got it clipped up.
Nothing.
I don't remember nothing. Made the tackle on the next play.
Crazy,
had a good game after that, outside of the stay on the ground.
That is crazy.
But
man.
yeah, the way that boy hit me, I was a tight man. He just cleaned me.
Man, that's crazy, man. And that's why I be telling people too, like, hey man, the tight end, the receiver,
anybody.
Like you remember Juju hit Vontaze Burfict?
Yeah.
I was like, man, it can be if they get a good shot on you like that, man, it's nothing you can do.
I'm gonna tell you. So I don't know if you remember John Avery. He was a running back, Ole Miss. He played for the Saints. I know he played for Denver.
That's what I was gonna say. Nah,
so he was a little running back too. He wasn't even big. He was a little scared. He was fat. He ran like a 4.2, or something like that. But I was I came free on like a stunt. Came free. I was like, oh, because I learned the lesson that day. You know how these cats, right? Now they had a no pad. How they take their pads out. I had taken the foam off and he just had the plastic piece. You know how I used to do that. I just had the little plastic, just trying to, slim up. Man, I was running up on him and he dropped down and cut, like he did the little where he just cut me. When I tell you I had a thigh bruise from the top of my hip down to my knee. And every day it changed the color. It was red, purple, blue.
They had to massage it out every day.
Because they had to worry about blood clot.
Yeah,
that's worried about it clotting up. That thing, when I said it was from the top to my knee, and it was the whole thigh.
God, the little man there.
He flipped me. Like, I was like, yeah, he got because.
So was he just pass block?
Yeah, he was pass block. God, because I was like I said, I was about to run through him, and he did the right thing. He dropped down and he just cut it like bam. Put his helmet, shoulder pad right on my thigh. Flip me over.
Yeah, that's what I said. You learn the day.
I learned the day.
Yeah.
Every time I did something like that, trying to I hurt something. I tried to go out there like Reggie White with no gloves on and no tape on my head, broke my head.
Yeah.
So it was like just to cut it out.
Man, and just to see, because I be thinking about that now, man. Like you got like people like Christian McCaffrey, and I be like,
I don't know how they do it.
That's what I said, man. And like I said, even if now, like you're an athlete now because you're in peak condition, you prime age, but after you retire, because I watched Dexter McCluster, he did an interview and he was sitting the same way we are for like 20 minutes, and then he was like, "Hey, have I moved?" Yeah, it was like, "Nah." He was like, "My legs hurt so bad right now."
Oh man, I had four knees because I had 2 knee surgeries before I left high school. I had 8th, 9th grade. I had knee surgery. That's why I said my knee was bad. Because I used to play running back.
And then you damn the ACC is Well, I mean, I guess you could say it's debatable now about the best conference. Well, I would say.
Well, but I'm gonna say this: it's just hard. Any of them, because I don't get into who at the time it was.
I think the ACC was the NFL.
It was, man. But any of them, it's a tear on your body, man. It's like you gotta do that every week, and
they don't mention the practice and the camps and stuff that you're doing too.
My senior year. Like I told you, I broke my hand against Florida. I broke my thumb against South Carolina, and I broke my wrist against Kentucky. Same year. My cast went like this, and I never missed the practice.
So when are you going to plan on releasing this documentary?
I'm working. I want to be thorough with it because not only and then after that season, so what ended my career was a knee injury, hurt it in the SEC championship game that same year. Now I'm playing with a broken hand, wrist, and thumb. Hurt my ankle against Syracuse, but we had an off week that year, so I didn't miss a game.
Yeah.
But they operated on my ankle after that season. I had surgery on my knee after that season, and I had 3 surgeries after my senior year.
Yeah.
Because, and again, I don't have to explain that to people. They like, why you didn't do whatever. Like, no, I had 3 operations after my senior year.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to get ready to, because if you think you're working out for somebody, having a lift, my wrist was having it in my ankle and knee. So I still got, was still getting looks, but then it was just too much.
Yeah.
It's over. And then since I stopped playing, I've had 2 neck surgeries and a back surgery. I had 2 shoulders.
Come from playing.
From playing. And I got 2 torn rotator cuffs right now that's been torn since I was playing.
I swear, I think there's a road.
2 shoulder surgeries.
I told my mom I got hurt the week before I state in a drill, and I told her then, like, I ain't listen to this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's your AC joint.
Oh, and I said I don't know what it is. They told me
mine used to do that before they fixed it because it would just pop. That's your AC joint.
And they told me like it's nothing.
Oh no, it's
nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, man, it's
got you probably have bone spurs in your AC joint. Mine used to do that exact same thing.
So that's what I told my mom. I was like, I don't know what it is, but they told me it was nothing there.
So. Yeah. So then I have like I said, because, and I'll tell you, like, even when we talking about this, a lot of reasons why I do like podcasts, because it's like me, it's me recording some of my life for me talking, because I have issues with like speaking sometimes. Yeah. Like people don't even know, like I have to be so deliberate. They're like, man, why you talk like that? Yeah. Because I speak so deliberate because I have to, because if I just free flow, my words will get jumbled up.
Yeah.
So and I talk about that.
Yeah.
And the thing. So that's really the first time I even said anything about that.
That's why I said, like I said, I didn't know anything about that either. So that's why I said I do what I want to know.
Yeah. I want to do it right. I'm working on. I'm putting getting all my clips and stuff together. But that's one thing that I am working on, because I think people need to see it. People need to know
for sure. Because I was about to say, man, I usually watch a few of them, like NFL Films did a few documentaries on some players.
Yeah.
What was that guy? He was a quarterback for the Jets, black quarterback.
Oh,
what was his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Golly, I thought was he number 6? What was his name, man? But I saw him. He did one, and he was talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
And like I said, Brett Favre did one where he was saying that his wife was like, it's like every other day he asked, like,
well, he has Parkinson's though.
Yeah,
and a lot of
and he was saying that he can't remember like his daughter dance.
No.
And she was like, I have to tell him like every other day, like we taking her to dance practice.
And because it's funny, it's ironic you say that about, because people know about the NFL problem. But a lot of college players are like me or worse, because and they have a lot of programs and support for NFL players because with the money. But there's a lot of people that, fortunately, I've always worked and had really good job. I had good insurance. Mm-hmm. I could deal with stuff when I need to deal with it. But there's people like me that went through what I went through that don't have that type, and they just struggle.
And that's what's scary, man, because you don't want to keep your kid out of sports. But like I said, just think about it, man. From like the age of 6, bro, we out here with helmets on. Yeah, that's what I said. We out here and we do this year after year after year.
It's a constant car wreck.
And that's what I said, man. I was like, imagine, like I said, to get to the level that you got to. Yeah. Like, bro, like, you know how much head trauma that I've already had, like, prior to being here.
And the doctor that did, because I ended up having surgery on my neck in 2005. I finished playing in 98, 99. Mm-hmm. And I heard it. Like, I knew I had problems when I was still playing. I talk about some of this in the story, like what they told me they would do and what they didn't do. And years later, I had to go get it fixed. The doctor who worked on my neck, and even the ones now, they said I was lucky that my career got ended by a knee or something else when it did, because they said every year you played, you were susceptible to be out there being paralyzed or something else. They're like, you fortunate that you stopped when you did. And I probably, if I didn't have to stop, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I didn't have a choice. They said, you can't, I don't have no cartilage, you can't play no more. So I would have still been out there, because you leave it to me, I'm playing. They said you were fortunate it was taken away from you, because
ain't that what they say about athletes though? You gotta protect them from themselves.
You gotta protect. Yeah, that was weird. Like you, because
if
when I
you
went
let
to
them play,
Canada,
they're gonna play.
man, I went to Canada on a knee, my knee, because you do a Biodex. You remember the Biodex? If you ever had surgery, anybody who's had surgery, you do a Biodex test. It tests your strength and your flexibility and just what percentage your knee is. And in order to pass that physical, you need to be, I think it was 75, 80%. I was at like 50 something. Yeah. They let me play. They was like, "Do you want to play?" I was like, yeah. If you ask me, you can't leave that up to me. You can't let me make that choice. I'm like, man, I'm out here. And I was out there on one leg, getting it. Shoot me up. Whatever. Give me, like, it was pills there. I didn't like the shots. They were giving you the naproxen and all the other stuff.
That's what they give you now.
Yeah.
Some naproxen.
Yeah. But they was getting a high dose.
Oh, okay.
Like 1,000, like something crazy.
Yeah.
And
so you didn't even know you had a knee.
Until I heard it again. I was out there doing some stupid drill, and I heard it again. I was getting it, but
that you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm doing when I make it back home. I'm gonna pull up some of the old Tennessee games, man.
Yeah, but that's what
that's what I like to do. Like I said, as far as like football, we
got
no football, man.
Look at the 98 season. Just 96 to 97, like all of them, but just look at those. The 98 season. That's what we're to look at.
Yeah, that's what I said, man. I'm gonna go through and man, it might be something on there that I can
go look when I got hurt. And when I was in the SEC game, when I hurt my knee. Did you see it?
Nah, but I'm gonna definitely try to find the Kentucky game.
That's 96. Look at the 96 Kentucky game. Yeah. But go to 98. I got hurt in the third quarter.
You said the ACC championship?
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Okay.
I was sitting there on the bench and they took my shoulder pads off and I had my GHS shirt on.
I saw that, but I thought it was just at the end of the game.
But I wore it all for you. I had my cowboy collar in my school. I wore it all. Like the cowboy collar you see me wear is the one from Gap.
Okay. I remember
I had the Schimmel shirt and I had the black like the
workout shorts.
Not the workout shorts, the tight.
Okay,
I wore those. Yeah. I didn't have it. I wore the same ones. Well, I had two back. I had it back because it was a long time. So I wore every year the whole time I played. I had on some Gavney stuff.
Because y'all were Adidas, right?
We started in Nike and switched to Adidas.
Okay. Yeah, that's what
my freshman year we wore Nike, then we switched to Adidas.
Okay.
But that's another fun fact. Because I hurt my foot my freshman year too. And when Adidas has just started doing football cleats, and we put them on, it was like you could feel the cleat on your foot, like it just was no sole.
Yeah. So
they gave me, we wore those Dion's, and there was another pair that we wore. They just dyed mine all black because we had Adidas dude at practice, and in the games, like they would sit there and look to see, make sure
you got on.
But I had on Nikes, but they would dye all black.
Yeah. So
I wore the Adidas a couple times.
That's what that's what I was gonna say, man. Like I said, I'm gonna go home and check some out tonight, man.
Yeah,
check out some of them.
But so we go. Hey man, I appreciate you sharing with me your story. Like I said, who is Mike Allen? Because like I said, I've had a few conversations like this with some of my closest friends, family, people I thought I knew, but I always pick up something in these conversations that I didn't even know, some perspective. And I'm glad. I appreciate you sharing it with me, just getting to know and just seeing what I feel like this. I'm excited about this project just because of the way you talk about it.
Yeah, man.
The mode you're in. Sorry about that, people. The mode you're in about recording it.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it, man. Like I said, we talking about Dragonfly Jones.
Dragonfly Jones too.
I feel like this will be, like I said, man, my best body of work, just because, like I said, of all the experience and and as far as the recording and the process and the things that I've added to the process, man, I just feel like I'm in that pocket, man, and I've like I said, I still have work to do, but I feel like right now I've perfected my craft as opposed is the wrong word.
You know how to work.
Yeah. And like I said, I've perfected my tone. I know, what works for me and what doesn't. And like I said, man, I feel like this is it, man. This is the one. Like I said, I'm gonna give it all I got, man.
How are you going to? And I don't want to open up a whole lot, but because I can hear what you're putting into it.
Yeah.
let's talk about this when we come back and talk about that. Like what you're gonna do to support it and make sure you get it, the creative ways you're gonna get this in front of people and get it in people's ears to make it do what you want it to do. And again, I'm past the industry stuff or whatever to make it do what you want it to do and make it be what you want it to be. Make sure that you know, because this sounds like something special, man. It does.
Yeah, and I've thought about that too, and that's what I said. Like as far as the rollout, like
get that right first. Before you get that right first.
Yeah, that's why I said I got a lot of creative ideas for as far as marketing. I ain't gonna wear no diaper.
I think there's South by Southwest right now.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do no diaper. I ain't gonna wear no diaper.
Hold on, man. What do you think about speaking of like Johnny? Think everybody know who you talking about, the baby. You know who Ruben Vincent is?
Nah.
He's from Charlotte. Go check him out because I did a highlight on him. I did that like a couple weeks ago. He's from Charlotte, Myers Park. Ruben Vincent. He signed to Ninth Wonders.
Okay, I've check him. Check
Ruben Vincent out. It's dope, man.
Okay.
I hear once you listen to him, you'll understand why I brought him up.
Okay.
And why I want you to go check him. You'll hear. So we'll talk about that.
After for sure.
So what else you want to leave the people with, man? Because what I want to do, I'm gonna until we get to the album, I'm gonna leave them with one of your recent singles, one of your Lucy's. Just to feed the people until he gets this rollout going, until he gets the official project drop. But what else you want to say to the people?
Listen, man. Life's hard, man. You know what I'm saying? Life's hard for everybody, man. But keep going, man. Keep God first. Keep going, man. You know, your life can change tomorrow. That's why I tell everybody, man, it's so easy to give up, man. But anything you want and anything perfect that you want to happen to you can happen tomorrow, man. Just keep fighting a good fight, man. And, you know, don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. You show them what you can, man. And that's pretty much my whole motto, man. Life's good. God's the greatest. Life's not going to be perfect. But if you open up your eyes, you got another chance to make it right, man. Another chance to make it better. You know, and God gave you that opportunity, man. So take advantage of it, man. Like I said, life's good. God's the greatest, man. We got to take advantage of it every day.
Bam. Appreciate you.
Always. I appreciate you, fam. Love, man.
We're going to do this again.
Yeah,
we're going to take you out. We're going to leave you introduce what we're going to hear. Let me get to it.
Can I just want to kick back, hit a bar or two, grab a shot of four? I might just flow, depends on what.
Yeah, he got right to it.
Yeah, got right to it. This single here is Karate, man, featuring my big cousin, Big Baby, man. This is a record that when I first heard the beat, man, it just I couldn't pass it up, man. So this is what came to me, the idea, man. You know, like I want to be a little outlandish too with the titles and stuff. So, you know, instead of me calling it what somebody might, you know, because it's easy, like, oh, he said this in the hook, so this the name of the song.
That's what I'm telling, like, because you still got that, you connect, you're like a bridge between some of the newer generation. You take the best of that, leave the bullshit, and then you take some of what that older generation of, like, what they used to do, some of the busted stuff, like, you animated, the way you talk about stuff, the way that you, I see it, and even when you visuals and just the way you talk about
it,
you real Ludacris. Like Ludacris is another one that you like see. You say stuff that you can just see and you laugh.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get at too, man. As far as like, you know, trying to tie everything in together, comedy, fashion, you know. And like I said, man, with this song, man, like I said, I just wanted to give them an up-tempo bounce. You know, it's getting a little warm outside. Give them a little something to bounce to, man. And like I said, man, just create that buzz for the song, man. So when the album drop, man, you
might have to throw this on the deluxe, man. You might have to tag it on to the end.
Yeah, you know what?
Because if they gravitate, you might have to throw it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or it'll be on its own separate EP.
On the EP leading up to it. Yeah.
Because like I
said,
either
the prequel or the sequel.
Yeah,
I like when JID did that. He did a after, before, and after.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so it'll probably be before. Because like I said, man, I've been doing a lot of writing and recording, man. So I got songs that's, like I said, just that are ready. We're just trying to get visuals to them, and then like I said, from there, my birthday 4/20. So after that,
imagine that.
It's crazy, man. 4/20, man. Like I said, it's crazy, man. So that's when I want to start rolling out for the album. And like I said, man, I'm gonna start with a few creative skits, and I don't have a date for the first official single yet for the album.
Yeah.
But I think I got.
Just do it right, man. Don't rush it. Do it right.
Oh yeah. So, because like I said, with this, like I said, we don't have the big budget, so we got to make it count. The money that we spend, whatever is allocated towards, we have to make it count. Just because we the small man,
for sure.
Little engine that could.
That's right.
Yeah.
But Impact, smart, but low budget, big music though.
Yeah. Huge,
so again, man, thank you. I would appreciate you for everybody for tuning in for JCTV for the culture. Mike Allen, check us out with Karate.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you next time.
Zip on if I trip, nigga, you never know. Like the gas and let the speakers hit. They kick like karate. Bumping biscuit. Sticks in the party. Roll solo and too deep in here. That's how I like it. Ain't got no ego. I just know that God got me like the gas and let the speakers hit. They kick like karate. Bumping biscuit. Sticks in the party. Roll solo and too deep in here. That's how I like it. Ain't got no ego.